Hello. Okay, guys, so welcome back to my canal. I'm gonna start calling it that because I think it's just much cuter. And before we get started, can we just take a second to appreciate how good I look? Because all she got on is eyeshadow, lip oil, and some mascara. You know what I'm saying? And some balm lighting, some natural lighting. That's always appreciated, you know? Anyways, hi guys. So today there's gonna be like a 2-in-1. This is like an intro because all the videos on my channel have been deleted, so I feel like we gotta start fresh, you know, put more videos up, new videos up. So this is gonna count as the intro, and then we're gonna go ahead and talk about life after college, right? I've been graduated now for almost a year, and I feel like I haven't addressed it. I mean, not that I have to address it, but I just haven't talked about it. And also, I feel like a lot of people haven't spoken about what life after college is like. And if they have, I have not seen a video about it. And more specifically, life after college during a global pandemic, because I feel like anybody that graduated 2020 understands, even like high school, to be honest, but more specifically college, because you're so excited to pick up your life and do all these great things, and it's like it's difficult to do that when there's a whole pandemic going on and there's a lot of restrictions and stuff like that. So we'll get into that. So for anybody that doesn't know me, and if you don't know me, how dare you, you know? I'm Kat Martinez. I am Dominican, raised in Miami. I lived in LA for a couple of years because of college. I am 22 years old. I am single and not ready to mingle. I was gonna say I'm a middle child, but I have a lot of siblings, so I'll just say I'm a middle child from my mom's side. And then I'm the only girl on my dad's side. Okay, we'll do that. That makes more sense. Things I love to do and things I enjoy doing is I love filming myself, which is why I feel like YouTube is perfect for me. I love taking pictures of myself, filming, just getting to know my different angles, creating like artistic pics and different personas through pictures and through the camera, like just giving off a vibe through the camera. So I really enjoy doing that. I love playing sports, which I haven't done in a while because your girl's lazy. But I do love playing basketball and volleyball. I love hanging out with friends and family, just going shopping, going to movies, going just adventures. I love traveling, and this is why COVID is breaking my heart. Like, honestly, guys, once I graduated, I had like 3-4 trips planned, and out of those 3 and 4, all of them get canceled. And thank God that I'm not gonna say COVID slowed down, but like things got a little back to normal. So I was able to travel for Christmas to my motherland, the one that birthed me, you know, because I hadn't been back in over a decade. So that was amazing, and I will be putting in little clips of that because that was really to see my family and friends. Like, I got friends in DR. To see my family that I hadn't seen in a long time. What else? I think that's it. Oh, what am I interested in? So I study psychology. So my major was psychology, emphasis in child and adolescent behavior. And I am still interested in that. I'm thinking of going back for my master's to get the marriage and family therapy license. But you know, because there's always a but. But I'm actually interested in acting and producing and writing and like all this other stuff. So I'm also focusing on that, which is why I decided to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, putting myself out there, because even though I love filming myself and taking pictures of myself, taking pictures is a whole different ballgame than like filming yourself, like talk. One, because I feel like my voice is very distinctive, and for the longest time I've been self-conscious of it, which is another reason why this YouTube thing is gonna be quite interesting. But also just because seeing yourself back and like all the little flaws that you may find in yourself, like that's also very difficult. And if you see myself fixing like the way I look, it's because I catch myself a lot of times when I'm looking at the video back, I look like this, like, or I'm looking up, and that really aggravates me. So I'm just gonna look right there in that camera, you know? My bad, my grandma was calling somebody. But yeah, that's pretty much who I am. An overall view of me. I mean, there's so much more to me, but you guys can find that out little by little, you know? So I have to tell you what this channel is gonna be about. I'm all over the place because I honestly didn't plan this or like actually write it down and tell you, like figure out what I was gonna talk about. But that's just me, so let's just go with it. But this channel, I've actually already written down like how it's gonna be broken down, but it's on my phone and I'm filming from my phone, so at the moment I don't have access to that information. But just know that it's mostly going to be conversations, like advice videos, conversations about topics that interest me. It's gonna be lifestyle and vlogs and, you know, makeup, beauty, style, all that other stuff. It's gonna include a lot of like traveling, if God allows me to travel, because, you know. So it's gonna be like a lot of that, a lot of challenges with friends and family. But last but not least, just a vibe, you know, just a place for people to just feel good and look good, because, you know, we gotta look good at all times, you know. But just a place to have a good time and get away from reality just for a few minutes. So if this is your first time ever seeing me or hearing from me, hi, it is so great to have you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit that bell button to be notified whenever I post. But if you're a returning subscriber or viewer, how are you, boo? I missed you. And yeah, don't forget to do any of those good things too, because you need to know when I post. I'm gonna try to be posting 2 to 3 times a week. Even if I have to like figure something out, you know. But yeah, that's me, you guys. So turning back into the subject of life after college. Well, first let me say this. The best decision I ever made for myself was to go to college, just because I'm a school person, always have been, probably always will be. And when I say that, it does not mean that I actually enjoy school, like I like doing work and stuff. That's not the case. But I'm a person that I get, when I'm not intellectually motivated, or I'm pretty sure there's another word for it, stimulated. If I'm not intellectually stimulated, I get bored and then my mind just goes crazy. So just working like a regular job doesn't do it for me, because at some point I just get bored and I gotta figure something out. So for me, being in school works. It makes me feel like there's a purpose, like there's something for me, like I'm doing something good, you know. So when I went to school, it actually went by really fast. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like being in college, the first year I was like, oh, I was like, I gotta do 4 years of this after I just finished 4 years of high school. But it actually wasn't that bad. Like, I blinked and it was like, oh, you graduated, you know? So what I was expecting, right? So when I was in high school, everybody, well, my counselors and my teachers were like, you know, go to college because like that you'll be prepared. It'll be easier for you to enter the workforce. You'll get money and all this other stuff. And like, you know, I agree with all of that to a certain extent. But the reality is there are a lot of individuals. The reality is there are a lot of individuals that have college degrees. And I'm not just saying associates or bachelors. There's a lot of people that have masters and PhDs and PsyDs and all this other stuff and are unemployed. And so for me, figuring that out meant I needed to figure out what I wanted to study that would open doors for me, and it would be a job that it's in high demand. And it's something also that I like because it can't, mami, espérate, because it can't just be all about money, you know? So for me, that was psychology. I'm a Libra at heart, you know, and like I believe that I'm mostly balanced, if that makes sense. And so I'm always that person my friends come to for advice, and I always feel like I'm good at seeing like all these different perspectives. Like, I don't want to just give you an opinion based on just me or like my beliefs, but I also want to look at your side and see where you might be coming from. So I think that's another reason why I was like, okay, well, psychology might be a good fit. And I've always been into like criminal minds and stuff like that. So I really am interested in pursuing a forensic psychology master's degree. Well, I want to do marriage and family therapy, but still focus more on like forensic psychology. So I want to work with criminals and people in the prison system, whether they're guilty or not. Like, I just want to work with them. Just because, I don't know, like for me, that's just very interesting. And again, like it might change because I might go into it and be like, oh, this is too much. But as of right now, that's where I'm at. But anyways, when my senior year was very different than all my other years because in March, a pandemic hit. I mean, it's COVID-19, so it started in 2019, but I guess it wasn't like a thing until 2020. So the pandemic hit, they shut down my school, everything was online. I was stuck in LA, and I was like, you know what, I'm not just gonna be here stuck when like all my family is in Miami. So my mom was like, you know, get on a plane, come back home. I came home, I finished school. Graduation was supposed to be June, I don't know if I'm saying this right. I think graduation was supposed to be June 16, if I'm not mistaken. But it got canceled. Then it got moved to August. It got canceled again. I was so miserable because of that, because I was like, yo, I was looking forward to walking the stage, and like, this is an experience that I'll never get unless I go back to school, because I did it in high school, but it's high school, you know? So I didn't get to like walk across the stage for my bachelor's degree, which made me very upset. But at the same time, it's like, I got the degree, so like, that's all I really care about, you know? So we did that, everything was good then. Then go ahead, fast forward to, when was it? Like July, like a month later, like 3 weeks later, I got a job as an AT&T customer service representative, which, let me make it very clear, I hated that job so much. And I was like, there's no way that I spent thousands and thousands of dollars on a degree to be working at AT&T. Like, again, I was so grateful to have a job because a lot of people had lost their jobs and weren't getting jobs. But at the same time, it was like, this is not what I'm trying to be doing. Like, this is, every day I was just at work so mad and like sad. So then I was like, you know what? I've worked as a teacher, interning, and just like at my schools as a teacher assistant. So I was like, what don't I try that out? So then I was like, okay, let me apply. So fast forward, because I know this video is kind of long. I went, got a job as a second and third grade teacher. So I do both at this little private school. And, you know, I love my kids and I love doing it. And it's really taught me how to be a little more confident and confident in myself. Not confident like my looks, but confident in the way I speak, the way I dress people, the way I have to like manage different things at once and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, this is really cool, but it's still not what I studied. So I was like, okay. And I was like, okay, I need something that has to do with psychology. Like, obviously you use psychology in everyday life, if we're being honest, but more like in the field. So I was looking at behavioral therapy, is it RBT? Something behavioral therapist and behavioral technicians, and then I was looking at mental health technicians or psychiatric technicians, anything in that realm that felt more into what I studied. So then I finally got a job as a mental health technician, and I'm so excited because it has been again coming up in the year since I graduated, and this is the first job I get that's like more into my field, and I'm not getting paid anything that I feel like a person in that field should be getting paid, but just the experience in itself is making me super excited. And I know that God willing and with more experience, that would open doors for even better jobs. But what I wanted to talk about is it is very hard when you graduate college and you're like thinking about, okay, what's next? What am I gonna do? What are we doing? And you get stuck into like this loop of like this self-pressure that you put on yourself, where you think you're supposed to be in life, or where people expect you to be, or where social media has influenced us to believe we should be. And we get so overwhelmed. And so like we kind of start feeling like, oh, we haven't done anything, we haven't accomplished anything, you know? But the truth is, going to college is an accomplishment in itself, even if you don't graduate. And to even graduate, and not just graduate, but graduate in a pandemic with honors, that's like girl, you better clap. And boys and whoever else, like, you know? So that in itself was like reminding me, like, you know what, Kat, like, yes, things are hard right now. You're not exactly where you want to be or where you thought you would be, but man, you have a job, like, you graduated, and that in itself, it's already a win. So to all those people that are in college right now, thinking about college, or just graduated, or graduated a while back and they might not be exactly where they want to be, my advice to you is just take a second and enjoy the fact that you even made it here, you know, that you've made it this far, because a lot of people didn't, you know, a lot of people died in this pandemic, a lot of people lost their jobs in this pandemic, a lot of people didn't even get to make it to college. So the fact that you've made it this far, you know, kudos to you, man. And then also just remember that in life, everything is a process. Like in college, in high school, they didn't teach us that, like, most of the time you're not gonna get a job in the field that you studied, or that if you get a job, you might be underpaid, and all this other stuff that I feel like need to be conversations that we need to get prepared to have in high school, and not all the way when you're in college and you're like expecting all these things to happen and they don't happen the way they should, or that you think they should. So prepare. One final advice I would say is prepare yourself financially and mentally to know that there might be a chance that you're not going to make the money you thought you were going to make right after college, and that you're not going to be emotionally and that there might be a lot of like emotional roller coasters that you might face due to the fact that you're not where you thought you would be. And that's okay. Like, we are all such diverse and different individuals that are in such different paths in life, and we just gotta like celebrate that and understand that that's just our journey and everybody's journey is different. So I hope this video helped out a lot. I mean, a little bit. I don't know, like, I think I didn't really touch up so much into like the little things I wanted to touch on, but if you guys want me to go more in depth into like student loans and dorming and college life and like all these different things, I can in another video, just because it's already 20 minutes long and that's way too long for what I was intending it to be. So yeah, I hope this helped you out in some way, or at least made you feel a little hopeful for what's to come. So this is the end of my video. You're looking like, who did it and why, you know? Shout out to I Love Revolution lip gloss. I mean, not lip gloss, lip oil, Tasty Avocado, because I've never been more in love with lip oil, and it's thanks to them. And it works almost like if it was lip gloss, but I think it's even healthier for your lips, you know? You got them, that's good. But yes, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you for even staying this long, because honestly I probably would have clicked out too. No, I wouldn't have, because I was throwing gems in there, you know? But thank you. I hope you guys come back to the next video and the next one and all the other ones after that. So glad to have you in the familia, and see you on the next video. Bye.